History remembers him as a victor.
I, Ronald Reagan, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States.
Well, now it's all coming together. With our beloved nation at peace, we're in the midst of a springtime of hope for America. Greatness lies ahead of us. Open this gate. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
But before he faced down communism and won, he faced adversity and disappointment. He was born to a family of modest means in a small Midwestern town. The family moved several times during his childhood in search of a better life. That was hard for Ronald, but he learned that hard work can achieve lofty goals, and setbacks don't erase opportunity. Like his father, Reagan was a storyteller. He caught the acting bug in high school, and after college, set his sights on radio broadcasting. He went from station to station in Chicago looking for a job, but those were hard to come by during the Depression. He returned home disappointed. But he didn't give up. He kept at it, and it paid off. Reagan achieved his dream and became a sports broadcaster. So then, he dreamed even bigger. Reagan got his break. He appeared in dozens of movies. But then, his nation called. Ronald Reagan served honorably, applying his talent on screen to train his fellow service members. After the war, he was committed to making a difference. His fellow actors elected him president of the Screen Actors Guild. He fought hard for them and against the ideas and communist philosophy that threatened the country he loved. But his career lagged. After playing opposite a chimpanzee, he accepted an offer to play a few shows in Las Vegas with the quartet The Continentals. He turned down an extension of that show and returned to Hollywood to do 2 films that led to Reagan hosting General Electric Theater for 8 years. With his acting career over and finishing his GE contract, Reagan could have enjoyed his life, but he knew there was something more to be done. He took a stand.
This is the issue of this election. Whether we believe in our capacity for self-government or whether we abandon the American Revolution and confess that a little intellectual elite in a far distant capital can plan our lives for us better than we can plan them ourselves.
After busting onto the national political scene in his speech for Barry Goldwater, Reagan answered the call and ran for governor of California. He won in a landslide victory. As governor, he balanced the budget, creating a surplus. He became chair of the Republican Governors Association, but he wanted to do more.
I believe that what we did in California can be done in Washington if government will have faith in the people and let them bring their common sense to bear on the problems bureaucracy hasn't solved. I believe in the people.
He lost, but 3 years later, he was back.
The American people, the most generous on earth, who created the highest standard of living, are not going to accept the notion that we can only make a better world for others by moving backward ourselves. And those who believe we can have no business leading this nation.
He changed the course of history.
They will not go away in days, weeks, or months, but they will go away. They will go away because we, as Americans, have the capacity now, as we've had in the past, to do whatever needs to be done to preserve this last and greatest bastion of freedom. In this present crisis, government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
He led with grace and humility when he stumbled.
First, let me say I take full responsibility for my own actions and for those of my administration. As angry as I may be about activities undertaken without my knowledge, I am still accountable for those activities.
His wit and humor made him the great communicator.
You already are the oldest president in history. Is there any doubt in your mind that you would be able to function in such circumstances?
I will not make age an issue of this campaign. I am not going to exploit for political purposes my opponent's youth and inexperience.
And when it came to America, he was always an optimist.
I've spoken of the shining city all my political life, but I don't know if I ever quite communicated what I saw when I said it. But in my mind, it was a tall, proud city built on rocks stronger than oceans, windswept, God-blessed, and teeming with people of all kinds living in harmony and peace. A city with free ports that hummed with commerce and creativity. And if there had to be city walls, the walls had doors, and the doors were open to anyone with the will and the heart to get here. That's how I saw it and see it still.
Ronald Reagan's legacy is a testament to big dreams, determination, and service. He is an American Encore.